Hey there, Sunset students. This is Mrs. Castanelli, and today I'm going to show you some resources for doing research in health class. So start at Sunset's website, come here to academics, and come down here to the library resource page. And will give you this page where you can find books in our school library, borrow ebooks or audiobooks, but click here where it says Start Research. That will open up this high school library resource page with a variety of different databases. And the one we're going to use today is called Health and Wellness. But before you do that, make sure you scroll down to where you see the red lock for passwords. That will open up this page, which will have all the usernames and passwords when you're off campus. For example, health and wellness, you'll need to know what this username and password is if you want to access this database from home. So let's come back here and go to the health and wellness database. What's nice about this database is that it will give you up-to-date information, encyclopedia information, magazines, newspaper on a variety of health and wellness topics. Here's some examples of issues that they're covering, but what I want to point out to you is the Browse Topics links. So let's say you're doing a project in health class and you have to pick a topic of your choice. Well, this might be a good place to start. Here's listed, I don't know, about 500 different topics that you can choose from. And what this company has done is they've curated a bunch of sources already about these different topics. So as I'm looking through this list, and I see a link on teen and depression. When I click on it, what it's going to do is going to organize all the resources together by these different categories. So this database found 75 mentions of teen and depression in reference books, a bunch of magazines and newspaper articles, and even some academic research. So, for example, you could come down here and click on the 75. And if you are looking for background information about a topic, like this is Teen and Depression from the Gale Encyclopedia of Psychology, when you click on this page, it will pull just that page out of that reference book, and it will give you an overview article like what are the issues related to teens and depression. And at the bottom, in this case, it gives you other sources and it provides you with the source citation so that you can give credit of where you found the information. Remember, each of these databases here have some features, like the citation is also up here on the top. You will want to sign in with your Google Drive. When you sign in on these databases with your Google Drive, you'll have the ability then to come right here and pull this article off the database and save it to your Google Drive right away. There are other features here like translation tools and listen to the article being read to you. So I'm going to go back and get out of this resource reference article and maybe look at some more contemporary issues on teen and depression. I can come down here to the magazine articles. And if you want to, you can play around with these filters. You can filter it by a specific subject if you want to focus in just on one particular issue on teens and depression. What type of document are you looking for? Also, you have the ability to like search by a particular date. And one of my favorite ones is the search within. So even though all of these 187 magazine articles mention teen and depression, I can now search for a more specific word within it to look for some information. And remember, each of these magazine articles, same thing, it will show you where it got it from, what was the publication date, the citation, the ability to save it to Google Drive. Now, if you do find a really good source in the magazine, you might want to consider exploring the related articles or the related subjects. But once you are done looking through the magazine articles, you might want to go to one of the other categories. And this is one of the reasons why I want you to use a database to do research. Because, especially in health, you're going to want to find articles that have been published by a credible source. You're going to want to try to find, Mental Health Weekly Digest. This is a publication, Consumer Health News. These are publications that have gone through the peer review process, or maybe at least been looked at by an editor before they publish it out, versus going on a website and just doing a Google search and maybe finding a treatment for depression that's being sponsored by a pharmaceutical company. Many of these publications, you can look up the publication and double check the facts on it, make sure that it's a credible source, look through the related articles from this particular document, and then if once you find several, you can save them each to drive. But what I really encourage you to do if you're using the health and wellness database is to make sure that you look for through the variety of articles, not just the first three that are on the top of the list, because you might have to play around with the filters and find something more specific for your topic, or you can redo your initial keyword search and try something else. So once again, this is a library database for health students, and the database is called the Health and Wellness by Gale. Best of luck to you.